Austin, what are your emotions heading into today?
I'm just really excited that we're finally here. There's been a lot of work from a lot of different people, a lot of employees and staff from the Orioles that have put in a tremendous amount of work to get us here. So I'm just very excited that we're going to be able to go out on a field and play a game that matters.
John Muley, you're up next. Go ahead, John.
How's it going, Austin? Happy opening day.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You guys have gotten pretty used to what things are like at Camden Yards, and you got a little bit of the road experience. But how different is it to go on a traditional road trip and get settled into a place like you are right now?
Yeah, it actually it wasn't too crazy. Everything is very, very organized from the Orioles standpoint. So it's actually been a really easy transition. The biggest thing is just making sure we continue to wear our masks and follow the protocols. But as far as the bus rides, plane rides, the food being grab and goes, and what the Red Sox have been able to do here at this facility to just make sure we're following all the protocols. But at the same time, it's still a great environment and a great situation for us. There's plenty of space for everybody to get all their work in. So it's been great so far.
Steve Molesky, you're up next. Go ahead, Steve.
So, Austin, all the predictions are for not another great year for the Orioles, but you guys say, hey, let's see what can happen in 60 games. How much can the togetherness and confidence you have right now carry you?
Yeah, I think it's huge. You look at any team that goes on good runs, just seems like everybody plays to have their brothers back out there on the field. Everybody picks each other up when one guy can't get a job done. Nobody hangs their head. The next guy's up. The next guy gets the job done. So I think we're in a great position to do that ourselves and take care of business this year. So I'm really excited to get it going today.
Dan Connolly, you're up next. Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, Austin, it probably feels like a million years since 2019 spring training when you got yourself hurt and you weren't really sure what was going to go on from that point. When you think back to that and now, does it seem kind of ridiculous to you, just kind of how far you've come? And what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, that was a crazy year as far as high to lows, having a great year in spring training. And I was really hopeful I was going to make that team out of camp and get to experience, what I am today and being on a opening day roster. But unfortunately I wasn't. I got hurt and I had to battle my way back. But it made September last year really, really sweet to go through those trials and tribulations and be able to do what I did and have as much fun as I did. And I'm just looking forward to getting to make some new experiences this year with this team and win some games, go out there and kick some butt.
Joe Trezza, you're up next. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Austin, just kind of piggybacking off that question a little bit. This is a big year for you. This is a big opportunity. What are your goals for this shortened season? What do you think you can accomplish despite the fact that it's not as long a season as it typically would be?
Yeah, definitely. I just want to go out and play my game. I want to push the envelope when I'm on the bases. I want to play great defense, limit 90 feet when I'm in the outfield. So just doing all the great, correct, fundamental things that we work on a daily basis. And just continue to have good at-bats at the plate, swinging good pitches, and put balls in play that are considered hard contact. I mean, that's all I can really do personally. And as far as the team goes, we're just trying to compete every single pitch, every single inning, and see where we are when it comes time for September at the end of the year.
Todd Karpovich, you're up next. Go ahead, Todd.
Hi, Austin. How much did you get out of these these July workouts? Did you get enough work in? So are you feel prepared getting into the regular season?
Yeah, I actually think I was more prepared coming into the summer camp than I was for spring training. In the aspect there were a lot of pitchers in July that wanted to throw live that didn't necessarily throw during lives earlier on before I had left. There were a lot of guys from our area that they weren't sure when the season were going to start and they had already been ramped up. Their arms were in shape, so they were a lot more willing to throw to hitters. So from that aspect, I ended up getting probably 60 or 70 at-bats before I even came into camp. And usually I come in maybe getting 20 to 30 live at-bats. So I actually felt like I was more prepared, to be honest with you.
John Mealy, you're up again. Go ahead, John.
Awesome. You've always been close with Cedric Mullins. To see what he went through last year and, going from being the opening day center fielder to where he ended up, how special is it for him to have made the team on opening day? And for the people who have seen the work he put into it, how special is it for you guys to see that reward?
Yeah, it's awesome. Cedric's my boy. We've been roommates since 2017 for years and years. Played on the same teams, and back in 2017 when it was myself, DJ, him, and Santander at the time, was coming back from an injury, so he was there too. So all 4 outfielders that we had that year in 2017 were on the opening day roster here in the outfield, getting to experience it together. So that's kind of what you dream of when you're in the minor leagues, is working your way up and all playing together in a big league outfield, and we're getting that opportunity today. So it's awesome.
Steve Molesky, you're up again. Go ahead, Steve.
Austin, if the team can improve, where will that come from? In observing summer camp, did you see individuals that you said, hey, this guy really looks better even than I saw him before, or aspects of the team that you feel the team can hang its hat on a little bit?
I think the biggest areas we can improve are the little fundamental things that I was speaking about earlier that I personally wanted to get better at and just make sure I can take care of business on that end of it. Just simple things like hitting the cutoff man from the outfield, not making routine fundamental errors, running the bases correctly but aggressively at the same time, pushing the envelope on other teams, putting pressure on them. Little things that we weren't necessarily great at last year because we didn't have a lot of experience and we were a younger team. But we failed on that end now, and we've learned from it, and now it's time to get better at those aspects. And I think that's going to make a huge difference for us this year, knowing how many close games we lost last year that included some of those small fundamental mistakes. So if we can clean up that area, I think we're going to be in a lot of ball games.
Joe Trezza, you're up again. Go ahead, Joe.
Austin, just curious, do you have any opening day rituals or any way you like to celebrate opening day every year?
No, nothing crazy, to be honest with you. I kind of approach every game the same. I have my little things, but no, nothing that really stands out.